So my name is Juan, and what I am is a management consultant. I work with businesses, help them grow and become more efficient. So that's what I do for a living. And I got introduced to this idea of trading options and got super excited. And so that's how I started. I heard about this method, and I was always I wanted to venture into stocks, and I didn't know anything about stock options. But when I heard about this, I got very intrigued. And so the more I learned about it, the more I got pretty excited and wanted to give it a shot. And the thing that I liked about it was the predictability of it, and not using some logic and some simple logic that just makes sense, so that you don't have to get all emotionally wrapped up into stocks as a subject. There's all kind of methods out there, and you could go and be swimming in theories and various methods that people do that for me is a little bit too much figure. It's too much thinking, Well, if the candle does this, do that. If the candle does that, do this, And then you have to look at these Greeks. And all that was like too much information. I was like, how am I gonna learn all that and actually know that, I'm actually going in, because the simplicity is, when do I go in, when do I come out? That's the simplicity. And if you can get a method to know when you can go in, when you come out, that's all you really need to know. The thing that I can say simply about the lessons that you get, it starts you out very, very basic, and it takes it one step at a time. Like, you can't understand what you're gonna do or execute without having some basic fundamentals, like what is an option? Going in, I knew nothing. I knew there were stocks. I knew that people traded stocks. That's what I knew. And I knew basic terminology on what's a long or a short, but never actually engaged in actually trading. So going from knowing nothing to be able in a very short period of time to make your first trade and then have success, this method and the lessons that you learn take you there. I started out with a small account, and that was another thing that was cool. It's like with trading options, you don't need a whole lot of money. You don't need like 10, 15, 25,000. I mean, I started with a couple of thousand, and within 6 weeks, my account was at 6,000. I was like, where did that come from? I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, what? I tripled my money in 6 weeks? Like, oh my God. So that was a proof enough. All I had to say is that once I really learned it and kept my discipline in, those are the results I got. And I can't stress enough to duplicate the lessons and do exactly what the lesson says and not something else. The investment in the education is like nothing compared to the benefit. It's kind of like you make a small investment to learn about it, but now you have this knowledge that you can go on for months and months and months and months and months, and you have a skill set that is actually going to pay you greater than any mutual fund or anything out there that's giving you 6 to 8%. Come on, if you can get 3% a day, you're making 15% a week. Do the math. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that makes sense.